Well, Indian fan, so I'm a bit disappointed. Unfortunately, we just didn't bat well at all in both innings. So, yeah, after how we went in Perth, being 1-0 up, great opportunity to, continue and maybe, yeah, try and win this test. But yeah, like I said, the batting let us down, and first ball losing a wicket. It was just downhill from there. We just never came back into the game. So, yeah, disappointed. Yeah.
And how you look at the next test match?
Well, one-sided win for India, one-sided win for Australia. So, it's back to square one. Look at it as a three-match series. Brisbane is going to be tough. Historically, we won the last test there, but historically, Australia have a good record. So I would say, it's going to be hard to win there, but I'm still optimistic. I think I'm sure we'll take some learnings away from this test match. It won't be a pink ball test. It'll be back to the red ball. And I think, India might be more suited to that. So, and again, winning in Brisbane last time, I'm sure there's going to be some confidence to take away from that.
And what do you think, what could be the reason
for this test match? So, I think definitely the pink ball is really clearly a very different sort of match situation to kind of play in, context to play in. We only had one practice game. We only had a day of practice. We had one of the days rained out. Last time India played a pink ball test match was in 2022, I think. Australia have a great record in pink ball test matches. So we were sort of up against it. And I think, obviously Australia played well as well. So, you've got to give them credit as well. I just think we need to improve our batting. We need to apply ourselves a little bit more. Maybe grind it out, just like Marnus and McSweeney did on day one. Our bowling was a little bit off as well that night, unfortunately. But like I said, we'll take away some learnings and hopefully apply them in the next game.
See, overall the performance has been disappointing in the sense that now we have lost 4 out of the 5 games played, 4 out of the last 5 test matches. So this one was a pink ball match, and generally India has an excuse that we have not played too much pink ball cricket, and Australia has Australia has a better record than India. But having said that, if you are going to be 100 for 5 in every inning, you're not going to win test matches abroad. So that is the bottom line.
And how you look at the performance?
Performance-wise, you can't find fault with the bowlers. 337 all out was a decent performance by India as far as bowling is concerned. Australia's 337. But if your own team is only scoring 180 and 175, then there's very limited contribution the bowlers can do.
Obviously, I was pretty nervous coming into it after the result in Perth. I think there's quite a lot of resilience shown by the Australian team, particularly with all the media pressure on to come out and perform as they did. But I think if you look at the history, they're obviously a champion team, and they've shown that today.
And how do you look at the performance played by Indian cricketers?
It's challenging for them. They haven't come in with a lot of match practice. I think there's some really good signs there. Siraj showed, a lot of resilience to come out, particularly with the crowd being as hostile as they were. Also, there's some really strong performances from, Jaiswal showed some talent out there in second innings. We saw a little bit of that. Nitish Kumar also showing a bit of aggression there as well. So I think there's some positive signs. But yeah, it's one test again. They played really well in the first test, so I'm sure they'll come back at it at the Gabba.
Disappointing, I think, because after the Perth game, definitely hopes were up, and I think we were here, 5 days for it to be over in 2.5. I think it's disappointing not to see more Indian batting and just Indians being out there in general. So, yeah, very disheartening.
Unfortunately, we expected India to put up a fight. I was mostly hoping for Rishabh Pant and Nitish Kumar Reddy to, bat for a couple of sessions at least. Give us some fighting total for our bowlers to bowl. लेकिन वो हो नहीं पाया. Fair play to Australia. They've outplayed us, especially Travis Head. He was able to get that moment even when Bumrah was trying to taking wickets from one end. He did not give his wicket away, and he just took the game away from us. I think next game is at Gabba, so probably a good chance for us to regroup again and work on our tactics and bounce back.